Okay, so every week we would show up on Thursday, and Holy Spirit would show up, but he would show up in other people's lives. And even though I would rejoice with them, I was still feeling discouraged because I didn't see my breakthrough anywhere near.
The tools that they give are so spiritually practical.
But the tools in LAM and the kind of reality, like the education and the practical tools, made it just so that I was able I feel like I was delivered of many things, like I can't count them on all my toes and my hands, actually.
For us, LAM has been a time of complete breakthrough in our marriage.
And LAM gave us practical tools that we actually were able to apply in our lives.
What you learn in LAM, it applies to so much besides just your marriage.
Yeah. So we started implementing the tools. We started to putting them into practice in our home, in our arguments, in any baggage that we were still carrying, the woundings that we had caused each other.
Just a willing heart to just make it to Thursday, every Thursday, just show up, that's all, and Holy Spirit's gonna show up and do something wonderful.
LAM to me was like a dynamic change. It changed everything about the way I thought, the way I did things.
Okay, I think the most powerful thing that I've learned in LAM is that I don't have to be a victim or be controlled by my feelings, first of all, my own emotions.
Learning who the other one was again.
As I was reaching to get more tissue because I ran out, I look over at my wife and then I see her weeping and breaking down.
What I felt was that I got a lot more vulnerable and I was a lot more open, and Sylvia was as well.
Amazing tools that you have that you can use for the rest of your life just to navigate through life and marriage.
Week after week, couples were getting touched, they were getting healed.
We have been married for 25 years in December, and we thought that we had a great marriage, and we did, but there was so much more that we experienced.
And so that's where one-on-one couples coaching saved us.
As we continued to do the lessons, as we went week to week, things started shifting in our marriage.
The biggest change for me has been my control issue.
So that's when we decided that one-on-one couples coaching was going to be the answer for us. And instead of doing it in front of the whole group, just because we had so much baggage, so much stuff we needed to deal with, we decided to do it privately with Shana and Igor at their home.
Before the weeping part, I was literally in the corner just like rejoicing and praising God and just like, yes, Jesus, thank you, because I didn't have to say anything, and it was just Holy Spirit that led the way.
When we started to do LAM and we worked together and started to build a unified front with the two of us, everyone in the house came into alignment. It was absolutely fantastic.
And God that night said, it's time to heal this. It's time to lift off the Band-Aid. Stop trying to, apply Neosporin on it and it's not healing. It's oozing bad stuff.
But Holy Spirit just touched it, brought it to the light, and he just totally dealt with it. And it was something that we thought, or she thought, that we were gonna have to live with for the rest of our lives. It was something gonna be just part of our marriage. But God came in that night and just totally dealt with it, and something that seemed impossible, he made it possible. So
God used them to ask me these questions and to really make me remember things that I guess I just put away.
The biggest breakthrough for me was to step aside and let my husband lead our home.
And the most beautiful thing is that, we had so many breakthroughs, it was like hard to keep count.
The tools that we learned have not only been able to, we've been able to use as a couple, but we've been able to use it in our family, with our children, with friends, with family, with every circumstances that you can imagine.
They just walked us through steps of reconciliation to one another, and I can honestly say that the Holy Spirit showed up and just broke off pain, hurt, unforgiveness. That's the biggest one.
And as a result, it overflowed to every relationship in our lives.
I was able to then get a scope and a vision for what God wanted to do in our relationship.
It's not an effort for Dave to step up, and it's not an effort for me to relinquish.
But I remember one point, it was so amazing, so intense that, I started to weep.
What I can say about couples coaching is just one word: breakthrough. Seriously.
It gave me the opportunity and gave me the tools to work out things that had been hidden for years and years and years.
Basically, God is just so good that He will touch areas that you may never even knew existed, like deep root issues that could have been from childhood onward, and you've been carrying them. It has been so natural in your life that you think you're good, you're healthy, everything is fine. But then when God comes in, He touches you in an area that makes your marriage and your personal life, and then your couple as a life, your marriage is in such a good way that you're just blown away, and then you can not only have a good marriage, but you can have an amazing marriage.
It opened me up more than anything, and opened the way I thought and the way I was able to communicate with the rest of my family.
So I feel like LAM put us on the same page for the first time in our marriage.
The biggest breakthrough I would have to say is that we don't fight the same way anymore.
We had such breakthrough.
It's amazing because now we don't let these walls build up and just grow us further apart, and we're able to just catch things right away and just work it out.
Wow.
It's been one breakthrough after another.